of Falcon Esports definitely has got quite a lot to work around. But ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna be finally jumping into the very first game of today. Day number 1 here in Stream B. It's Cloud9 versus Falcon Esports.
Yeah.
Pulled out. Falcon Esports itself, Cloud9 understands that it is very scary. This lot is very daunting, and holding on to the lot for a extended period of time is not going to be good, as the final slash is going to be connecting down on the 2. He wants to get himself in the heart of the battle, as now they're just going to be focusing on the Kid X. He went in a little bit too deep, and unfortunately, Falcon Esports wasn't able to help him too much. With Royal Milk coming in on the second part of the fight, he's going to be whittled down to the all-time low too. And Cloud9 succeeded in this fight against Falcon Esports without losing a single one.
I don't think Falcons can even attempt to steal this Dax. He might just have to give himself away. He might even go down.
I'm surprised that they even tried to try to challenge for this, as the rest of Cloud9 focuses onto Dax, brings him down immediately while Mlbb stayed behind.
Just runs out of steam in an instant. Malefic Raw just got purchased, I believe, by the Moskov, so he's basically decked out. Even went for extra attack speed on the boot. So Benny is all about damage. Royal Milk out of position.
And does seem like he's not gonna be caught out just yet. And such, Circling Eagle is gonna be taken away. Cloud9 probably don't have a lot of utility or any skills to really catch up to Benny, which might actually be one of the main problems that Cloud9 might experience in the later parts of the team fight. The Kid X did manage to connect onto the final slash, but it's pretty much just gonna be a little bit of harassment as Benny focuses himself onto Cold Wall. Exactly what I'm talking about. No one is there to really deal with Benny as such. He's just gonna be jumping in, and he's gonna be focusing on the Mlbb next. Mlbb immediately goes right in with his ultimate and tries to go for a kill, but unfortunately he's gonna be taken down. Benny picks up a double, while basically just gonna be continuing on to go on for a rampage. But now Benny is focusing on to kills after kills after kills, picking himself with a triple. He might want to go for Milo, but he flickers himself away. He just
my goodness!
Hoping to do something to Benny, he wasn't able to at all.
MarQT tried to save his team, but Benny is just too strong. They should be able to defend this inhibitor, I think. Maybe Benny would just power through it. It seems like MarQT keeps the structure alive. Lord, I believe, was taken by the side of Falcons in that chaos.
Again!
So Cloud9, they have essentially lost whatever lead.
But immortality.
Yep. Both XP laners lost the immortality, but Falcons Esports gains priority off the Lord pick because top wave was pushing in. So basically needs to deal with that. But Lord is pretty strong. Falcons Esports is gonna bum rush through it, not a problem. Lord number 4
just gonna be marching in. You may have a lot of problems essentially dealing with that. As such, the Lord marches in ready to pillage everything that Cloud9 holds dear. The Detonator's Welcome still gonna be connecting it. Slams Kid X into PX9, PX7, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna do much as Falcon Esports focuses onto the throne, and the core gets destroyed. Falcon Esports takes game number 1 away from Cloud9. Seem to have that kind of battery to work with this kind of pick-off comp, because Cloud9, they're just focusing on that time and time again, and it's just not working. But we'll get back to that in a short bit, as Basic just went in ham against PX7.
I was about to get to that as well, right? Having a Moskov gives you sort of global presence. Split push is very strong, and with PX7 down, Cloud9 would definitely get this lore. I don't see how Falcons can contest this. They don't have a floor out. But at the same time, Cloud9's draft has a lot more cloud control compared to game 1. Seems like Falcons, they still want to fight.
Does seem so. Milo flickers himself out, but the penalty zone did manage to connect a little bit on Cold Wall, but he's not going to be caring about anything because he does have the power of nature. He's going to be fine for now. Royal Milk is going to be the first one onto the chopping block, and Cloud9 understands that that is probably the most that they can get from this.
Come back to defend the base, because if you don't, we're going to tear it apart. Falcons, they're going to try to rush down the Lord as much as possible, and Cold Wall sees this. I think Benny just got caught, so Yep, go down.
A little terrifying. MarQT brings him down. The Lord, 75 HP. Dax still managed to get it in his pocket in the end of the day. But they want more. They want blood. And they're swimming in the waters. As MarQT is just going to be going for the IMU, taking away the ultimate of Dax. He's just going to be focusing down onto him as much as possible. Detonator's Welcome just going to be connected. But in the meantime, the front lines, we do have Cold Wall as well as Basic. They are focusing onto Royal Milk. But Basic's HP is not looking good. He immediately jumped himself backwards, and he's going to be fine for now. The penalty zone connects on the Royal Milk. He's just going to be stuck in there. And he's probably gonna go down, and the immortality pop. Cloud9, they're marching in. They will be able to take this core down if Royal Milk is not gonna clear things down. But where's the damage? They're unable to clear the core down.
No damage.
All alone to try to bring this core down, and he's probably gonna go down to the hands of Ben. Benny. Cloud9 tried to end this fight. His first stand in the front lines. He's gonna be holding on to the Lord for a tad little bit, but there's a flicker as well. That as well coming in from Milo, just gonna be connecting down. But oh, the heals coming in from Kidex ensures that Dex will be able to stay alive for a little while longer, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to do too much.
Basic!
Now it's just gonna be Marcuni, just gonna be holding on to the back, but basically he's just gonna be jumping over to the back lines and focusing down onto the core as much as possible. They push in, it's all left with Kidex. Royal Milk and Benny is nowhere to be seen. Never mind, Royal Milk is now here. Is it really even gonna be enough? Basically just dealing immaculate damage over to Kidex. They want to end this fast enough, but Basic is just gonna be jumping around with a sliver of health. Both of them, they're gonna be fine though, but somehow still manage to come back time and time again. But now Falcon Esports, they did seem like they will want to get a hit down on the Mobile Zane, as now Royal Milk jumps in. His penalty zone connected to the Mobile Zane. A very crucial take. They manages to bring 2% down from Cloud9, and with the Lord that will be popping up in 40 seconds with a death timer of 1 minute on Cloud9, this is gonna be detrimental to Cloud9.
Absolutely. By Falcons Esports. This is what Lord number 5. Cloud9, Mobile Zane just came back to life. Can they make it there in time? I don't think it's possible. Falcon should have this in the
Constantly
bag.
playing from behind. Falcon Esports, they are well versed in play from behind, and they are not afraid of anything. So sustainable, and we are amplifying that with Kidex, with his ultimate, and they're not afraid of anything. But for now, Grok comes in from behind. Coldwell was hoping that he will be able to get a final with the wild shot, doing nicely, but 4 the penalty zone! Coming in, Royal Milk! They clean things up, and Cloud9, they suffers another defeat to the hands of Falcon Esports.
And the Falcons soar above Cloud9 into infinity and beyond. The sky is no longer the limits. Myanmar putting a mark on the MSC stage, completely shattering the hopes of North America. Can you believe it? And what a nail-biting game. We thought that Game 1 recovery was cinematic. Game 2 was just for the record books. Will never be replicated, will be immortalized as Falcons Esports, the only team to pull something as magical as this Game 2 off against Cloud9.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
The Falcons is now in the stratosphere, ladies and gentlemen. They are not stopping by the clouds. They want to go all the way up to the moon, as a matter of fact. So honestly, this highlight just pretty much brings down so much information and just shows us the beauty of what Falcon Esports has managed to